All right, we are live, baby.
Yo,
We're
yo, yo,
going.
yo, yo.
Let's get it. All right, everyone. We got Caesar Martinez, one of my top guys in my squad. He is here. Caesar, how old are you, and where are you from right now?
I'm 22 years young and I'm from sunny South Florida.
Hell yeah, you're like 10 minutes away from me in Fort Lauderdale. So
Yeah.
that's sick, dude. Well, thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me,
Caesar,
bro.
yeah, 100%. So Caesar joined the team about 2 months ago now, just about 2 months ago.
Yeah,
Your
I would
your
say so.
first your first full month really was kind of like I would say like August. People were still kind of getting like started in July,
We
still
had the
getting
conference.
right. So I'd say one of your first full months was August, but we'll dive into how much you made and all that in just a little bit. But just kind of tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, what you were doing before you came into the virtual sales team. Like, kind of tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So growing up, always was kind of on the fence what I wanted to do moving forward after high school. Like most people are. After high school, took a gap year, try to figure things out. Got into door to door, got my ass kicked. I know I know you know what that's like.
Yep.
Was selling solar for a little bit. That didn't work out, and then I did e-commerce for a little bit. That didn't really ended up working out. And then I found this limited med company and it was good for a little bit. I was getting like 1,000 here, 1,500 here, but when the chargebacks kept coming in, and I actually was realizing the type of product I was kind of putting in place for families, it just didn't sit right with me. Especially working at an office too, like that classic 9 to 5.
Right.
But after coming, like joining the team here with you folks, I mean, it's been a game changer all around. It's been like the only successful time I've actually really seen myself succeeding in sales, rather than just stagnant.
Right. And quick too, bro. I mean, you literally just joined, and which is super super sick. But
And I want people to even know too, like I literally started, like I don't want to cut you off. I literally started with like $200.
yeah,
Like,
straight up, straight up. And how much have you made over the past like month and a half that you've really been kind of like starting, like profit wise, after lead spend, after everything, bonuses and whatnot? How much would you say you've made? I guess we can just start with like just the month of August.
yeah, the month of August, if I look back with bonuses and everything, probably sitting at around 7 bands, 6,500, something like that.
Solid. And then
Yeah.
even just yesterday, what did you do just yesterday? Because like Caesar's one of these guys, and we were having like a conversation about this earlier this week. I always tell Caesar he's a very skilled salesman. Like he knows what he's doing. He knows how to talk to people over the phone. He's smooth. He's quick with it. But salesmen, like they'll either have like one or two problems. It's either like a skill set problem or it's a discipline problem. Just not showing up consistently, knocking enough doors, making enough dials, getting in front of enough people. For Caesar, it was just more about just locking in, sitting at the desk, and getting his work done. Because when Caesar locks in and he's there, like, bro, he's performing one of the best people on the squad. So
Yeah.
what did you do in profit after lead spend and everything? What did you do in profit yesterday alone?
Yeah. So Monday, bought 700-ish in leads. Just like a mixture of a little bit of everything. And yesterday alone, Monday, got my teeth kicked in. Tuesday, a bunch of fuck yous. Wednesday, still nothing. And then just yesterday, I profited about 3,500, 3,000 with the $1,000 bonus too. So
Dude,
yeah,
3,500 in a day is crazy.
and I,
So
I only wrote 4,500 in AP.
yeah,
So
that's insane. Yeah, and that's not submit numbers. That's 3,500 in profit. So
approved,
over
all approved.
yeah, that's nuts. So since you've been going since like pretty much been going for like a month and a half, 2 months. What have you made over the course of those like month and a half, 2 months, would you say? Like 6,500 for August. All in all, you'd
It,
say about how much?
all in all, probably a little bit over 11.5, 13 grand. Obviously that's everybody's situation is a little bit different when they come into, sales as a whole. Obviously what you have capital wise and what you put in, obviously, is what the results you're gonna get. Like I was telling Trav, when I work, it's crazy. I almost get results.
Yeah, literally, bro. You just gotta show up, and when you do, you go crazy, bro. So good
I
stuff.
appreciate
You
you.
have the skill set, bro. So how did we first connect? Like, how did you even get into the opportunity? What made you kind of? I guess we can get into what made you want to do it later. But how did we first connect?
Yeah, so the first that we connected, I know you worked for my old life insurance company, and I knew you through a mutual that I knew that was working there. But then after seeing your journey of posting, even from you door knocking to where
Yeah.
you were at and your success at your young age, I was like, okay, wait, there has to be something I'm doing. I'm getting screwed at this limited med company right now. I'm seeing on a day-to-day basis all these guys, whether it be pest control, solar, life insurance. There's more out there. So
Right.
I know I have something here, and I have decent work ethic. So I need to find something that I could plug into, and that's when I found you.
Fire. Fire. And what would you say that your biggest struggle starting out was once you first joined?
Despite the, I mean, really, I feel like anybody could start with any type of capital. Other than the capital side of things, it was really just learning the different systems, the different ways of selling. Because in my opinion, when I was selling solar, that's one way to sell. When I was selling, when I even tried to do window cleaning, that was another thing. I tried that out for a little bit. When I was doing limited med, it was another thing. So it was really the sales process and the different type of rebuttals and the different tonality that you could use on each prospect that kind of brought me to kind of that difference, I guess, as you could say.
Right.
Just getting a
So
little bit of information from everybody.
right. So you'd say that coming here, the different sales techniques and processes that we have is what allowed you to make more money just in comparison to your other sales positions that you had in the past.
Yeah, 100% without a doubt.
That's awesome.
Because usually I feel like a lot of people in sales, like, I could be wrong saying this, but like from my experience, I mean, most sales guys get taught to like kind of be like strong arm, strong, like almost shoving the product down itself. But when the product is, it is what it is and it's a good product, there's none of that. You're
Right.
practically just signing somebody up because you're the expert.
100%. 100%. Cool, bro. And then coming into it, because I mean you tried out like all these different other sales like positions, door to door, med, solar, all that. Were you skeptical getting into life insurance because you tried everything else out and that didn't really work? Was there like a little bit of fear kind of coming in? And if so, how did you overcome it?
Yeah, so you got to always take everything with a grain of salt. I'll say that. Even people tell me, they'll hate on, one thing, but honestly, like everything in life, even Disney has bad reviews.
Right.
So I say don't knock it till you try it. Obviously, what you put in, like I said, is what you're gonna get out. But at the end of the day, I mean, you could do anything. You could clean garbage cans, you could clean windows, you could sell solar, sell life insurance, health insurance, whatever the case may be. If you don't dial in and you perfect that certain craft, the ins and the outs of that whole industry, you won't really see what you kind of see online. If you realize like all these guys that are posting like freelance brand scaling or e-commerce or window cleaning, those guys chose that niche because it made the most sense in their mind and they just dialed in on it. And that's why they're seeing X, Y, and Z results.
Right.
You
Really anything will work as long as you just stick to it and you just put everything into it.
it's really what it comes down to, and it's funny I'm saying that because I'm my favorite hypocrite. I swear.
I was the same way though, dude. I mean, I did like copywriting to door to like coaching. Like, I mean, I tried all sorts of stuff too. And then finally, at one point, I mean, I just ended with sales. But even if it was another thing, honestly would have just said like, okay, I'm tired of hopping from thing to thing. I just got to pick something and just dial it in and just stick with it.
No,
And
100%, without a doubt.
and yeah, and sales is the one thing that I've been in for, coming up on almost 2 years now, and it's changed my life. And the coolest thing is that it's like you're getting rewarded. Obviously, all the other ventures that you started out, that's all kind of more entrepreneurial. For me personally, like I started out like, when I was 16, I was working at Cane's, and then 17, I was working at a restaurant. Like all
Yeah.
these like 9 to 5 type jobs, and everyone there at those jobs are all people that are getting paid the same. Like I'm someone who always has had like a very driven mindset. Wherever I was at, I was putting in like maximum effort, really trying to just do a good job. But I mean, I was getting paid the same as the guy who wasn't even trying. You know what I mean? Like on his
And I
phone.
feel like I feel like a lot of successful people in sales as a whole have a very common thing in mind, and I feel like it's almost a sense of like delusion.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
even like I got banged out. For example, I had 8 appointments today. First one didn't make sense. Second one got banged on, but like who says I don't close two his and hers and then I have another
Yeah,
4K day. It's like,
100%. Well,
you know,
that's how it's just the numbers, bro. Like yesterday, the numbers were on your side. Like today, and the
yeah,
very start of the day, not so much on your side, but they're eventually gonna play out. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like it's all just a numbers game of sales.
Yo, even the first week, the law of averages. You told me the first week I started,
Yes,
I ate
bro.
shit Monday through Thursday, first
Bro.
Friday.
Dude, like literally, like his Caesar's first week, so he doesn't sell anything like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I'm telling him, hey, it's gonna play out, it's gonna play out. You're showing up, you're doing good, you sound good. Keep running this exact plan. Don't change anything. On Friday, like out of nowhere, he just makes 5 deals, like 5K in AP. He probably would have profited like what, maybe around like 35 to 4, somewhere around
Yeah,
there.
probably like 35. Yeah.
Okay, so you profited 35, but he didn't make anything Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So like that's just kind of the mindset that I feel like a lot of people don't get in other places. I'm not sure if you really got that at other places you were at, but that's what I try to just teach people. I'm like, this is a mental game. You're gonna have to push through. You're gonna get told no a lot, but it's seriously a mental game.
That
But
that was another thing I will admit after not joining these this close knit group of people, I didn't really hear about too much, and this is my experience too. I mean, I didn't really hear too much of like the mental side of things.
yeah,
It was almost just like, this is your task, you got to do this, and like if you don't do this, then these are the results. It was really no, it's almost like nurturing a plant per se,
right,
like not taking care of that.
yeah, no,
So
100%, dude. Cool. And I guess like out of all the places that you've been at so far, what would you say that you've learned here that you weren't getting from those other places?
honestly, the biggest thing was there was no really feeling of a hierarchy, in the sense of, you're no different than I am, I'm no different than Colton or Blake, or you know, everybody makes it so as you could succeed as just as much as they can, if that makes sense.
Right.
I've never seen so many people willing to. There's so many times I'll literally, I'll text this guy or I'll call this guy out of the blue, just asking him for help, man, and he's literally there in a minute, like
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
So it's refreshing, man. It really is. You don't really find it too much.
Okay.
You could always see it all you want on social media, but actions will always speak louder than words. So
100%. 100%. That's awesome, dude. Cool. And then I guess if you had to like put it into numbers, well, I guess I can kind of switch up that question to be honest. Um we can kind of wrap it up a little bit. Where do you see yourself going in the next 12 months from now? Where do you see yourself in the future 12 months from now?
in the next 12 months, I would like to hopefully get to where Travis is at, close near. Have a group of guys under me, training people, coaching people, kind of being more vocal about my experience in the group and kind of my success and documenting that. And that's something that I kind of want to dive into. But I want to be soaring through 25K months here shortly. New
Yeah.
car, new place. And yeah,
What's the car going to be?
I'm thinking a BMW M3 Comp. I'm think
M3 comp?
I'm
You and
thinking of
Johan
doing.
know it, bro.
Yeah, no, John, totally. I'm gonna do some stuff to it, but no, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
That's fire. That's fire. And then what advice would you give to someone who's watching this right now who they might be like in ecom, they might be in day trading, they might be in some other type of field, copywriting, whatever, where they're not really seeing success right now. They see people making money in sales and they're just scared to make that first jump. Like what would you say to that person?
Well, simply, I mean, nothing's gonna change if nothing changes. So you got to be comfortable with the uncomfortable. And with that being said, I mean, at the end of the day, whatever path you decide that fits you as an individual, give it your 110%. Because me personally, I know the days that I come in and I do what I'm supposed to do, I could go to sleep good that night. But me, rolling around in bed, having all those endless thoughts, thinking about, oh, I could have done this, oh, I could have done that. I'll never get anywhere. I'll never be driving that McLaren. I'll never be having that, that house on my wrist. Everything that
Yeah.
you guys see on Instagram. So
That's how it is, dude. It's the worth is literally in the work. I mean, like, there's some days where I'll strike out too. I'll go like 0 for 6, not make any sales. But it's the fact that like I know I was on the presentations. I get all my worth that I need like from the actual work itself. Like I can rest my head on that pillow at night and fall asleep peacefully, knowing that I put it in. Whereas if you just put nothing in at all, at that point you're gonna be tossing and turning.
yeah, you're gonna be yeah. No, trust me, I've been there. I've been there far too many times. I've been there far too many times. But we're changing that. We're changing that. This is a turning point right now.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. All right, brother. Well, dude, I appreciate you coming on. I guess we'll just wrap it up here. But Caesar, you're crushing it, bro. I mean, 6,500 last month. You did 3K yesterday. I'm almost positive if you just stay locked in like you are right now, exactly what you did this week, you do it again next week and the week after that, and then the last half week of September. You just do exactly what you're doing. I guarantee that you'll hit at least minimum 10K for this month. Guaranteed.
Watch, watch. I'm gonna duet this video. Watch, watch. I'm gonna show you the AP for this month. It's gonna be 15K. I'm calling it now.
15K, baby. 15K profit. Let's
Let's
go.
do it. Let's do it.
Hell yeah, Caesar. All right, brother. Well, I appreciate you coming on, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Thank you, brother.